tuned into the streets session with your boy Firahs and
Joe MK.
Why is this the name of our show, bro?
Because we're the hottest in the streets.
Catch us online, on the go, and on the FM.
Okay, let's go.
Tuned into the streets session. Why is this the name of our show, bro?
Because we're the hottest in the streets. Yes. We're live. How is everyone doing this Tuesday evening? Obviously, the street sessions are back. It's Joe MK on the mic. To my left, we have
Firahs, hottest in the streets.
Yes.
From the streets. I'm the streets. I'm the voice of the streets. No little duck. But yeah, we're here.
Yes.
Today we've got a special day, you know. We've got a guest coming on today.
Yes.
Shout out to JBZ.
Yeah.
We got another guest coming in today. Shout out to Firahs. So we've got two special guests coming in the studio today.
Yes.
One's on the phone, one's in the studio. And we also have a special show because, you know, J Blige had her birthday the other day. Shout out to her 50th.
Yes.
So we had to make sure that
Queen right there.
You know what I'm saying? Queen M. Queen M, you know, I'm a Queen B, but, you know, Queen M is there as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. We had a little argument on a group chat about J Blige versus Beyonce. He would win. Big shout out to Warfare and Jason, because he was with me on that one still. Queen B is winning. I don't care what anyone says. No cap.
Since Laos is in the studio right now, who you got?
Yeah, what you saying, Lazo? You got?
Yeah, who you got?
J Blige or Beyonce? Who's winning?
Yeah, who's that though? Alright, cool. Say no more. He's spoken. Laoza voted for Mary J. Blige right there.
Know. But anyway, listen, let's get into some of this J. Blige stuff. Big shout out to J. Blige. Happy birthday to you, sis. Queen.
Yes.
African. Wait, where's she from?
African American, man. Let's just keep it that way.
That's what they're all called. African Americans. That's what they're all called. But anyway, you know, beautiful black queens. We gotta be here to salute all our black queens.
Yes.
So let's get into some Mary J. Blige. My favorite tune is actually not playing right now. You're gonna be playing Family Affair, then my favorite
classic,
song. So,
you know what I'm saying?
big shout out to Family Affair. You know, before we get to the song, listen. Sometimes you're chilling with the family.
Yeah.
You got food in the fridge.
Yeah.
And you're like, bruh, who stole my nuggets, bro? Who stole my nuggets?
What do you call that?
A family affair.
Being tuned into the streets session.
Why is this the name of our show, bro?
Because we're the hottest in the streets.
Boom trap.
Whoa! Hope you guys enjoyed the J. Blige. Happy birthday to J. Blige. You know what I'm saying? Turned 50 this week. Listen, we're here to support all our black queens, so make sure you give her a huge salute, you know. But anyways, we're here to have a mad conversation.
Yeah, man. What are you
Chips, Bugsy Malone, dropped a new track called Notorious, but it wasn't marvelous. Alright, listen, I don't know how I rounded that point, but you know what I'm saying. Before I go into where this song came from, we got to dissect the situation.
Okay.
So for a lot of people who don't know, Chips, Bugsy Malone had beef. Around about 3-4 years ago, it was Hugh. It was going back and forth. Oh no. It was going back and forth. And, you know, Chip dropped like 3-4 songs on Bugsy. Bugsy dropped like 3-4 songs on Chip. It was a mad thing. And, you know, they had a little back and forth with the music. Obviously, musically, I'm ripping Chip. Chip won that easily. Obviously, shout out to all the man on 0161 and them, but nah, you weren't winning still. I can't lie. You weren't even close, bro. You man just weren't winning, bro. Like, I can't even care, bro. There was no winning from you, man, there. So, anyway, hold on. Shout out to Cam Gates. Just jumped on the live as well. So did the phone. The phone really jumped on the live as well. But yeah, it was a little like that. I can't be asked.
Got there eventually.
The phone ain't. Oh, there you go. The phone's correct now. But anyways, to make sure they were in live. But yeah. Now, after the beef and after everything they went through, they now dropped the song. It's called Notorious, Chips and Bugsy Malone. If you don't know, they became good friends again. And, well, again, they just made up and they're now cool, right? This Notorious tune, though, garbage. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right.
I'm sorry. Normally, I would ask Joe for his opinion before I drop mine.
Yeah.
But for this situation, nah. I'm a huge Chip fan. Not really no 161 fan, but Bugsy's alright. He's had a couple good songs.
Yeah.
But I'm one of these guys. I tell all my friends all the time. I'm not gonna cap. I don't care where I am, what I'm doing, and who I'm around. I don't cap. I don't care if it's a UK thing, an American thing, a Spanish thing, even a Ugandan thing, being Ugandan.
Jeez.
If I don't think it's good, it's not good. Don't call me Charlemagne. It's just not good. I played this song in my house, full blast.
Yes.
Because I thought it was a hit.
Okay. You're waiting for it. You're waiting for it.
My mum, my brother, my sister, all dipped out of that living room, bro. The song didn't even get halfway through. It was so trash, they didn't want to be in the room no more. It was that bad. And that's even before Chip.
Yeah.
Now, Chip had a decent verse. I'm not going to cap. Yeah, but Chip comes in right at the end of the song.
Okay.
Shout out to freshmen in the building right now, man. Let's let them play the building. But yeah, before Chip's verse comes, Chip had a decent verse on this song. Obviously, it's called Notorious. Out right now. All streaming platforms. Honestly, on the YouTube as well. If you just type in Bugsy Malone featuring Chip, it's trash. Absolutely horrible. But you know what? We have somebody who exclusively heard a song down there 2 months before it came out. So MK, from somebody who, you know what I'm saying, is working in the industry, doing this thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Linking up with Chip and them. Obviously, he didn't need Chip for the food. He didn't ask for more chips for chicken. How was that for you, bro? Like, for somebody, you've heard a song, but what do you think of the track?
Do you know the funniest thing is, even though I did hear it a long time ago, I can't really remember it too much because I was waved that day as well.
Oh, so you haven't heard it since? Is that what you're saying?
Nah.
That's how trash it is.
I just saw it. I saw it on the timeline. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the track that he was talking about when I was there. So then I told you, I was like, yeah. By the way, the track's out now.
Yeah.
So I just left you to listen. Can't even lie.
Yeah, bro, I was so disappointed, fam. Like, the hook is so terrible. Like, I can't even imagine being on stage and hearing this hook, fam. You also got to remember, obviously, because I do music as well.
Yes.
Like, a lot of people knows I'm very critical of my own stuff. I don't even like half of my own music. I put them up because other people tell me it's good, not because I actually like them. When we had a conversation with Razak, he was like, right, is that how you feel about your music? I'm like, yeah. The only 2 songs I really listen to, Young and Center and Rockstar. That's the only songs on my own playlist.
Okay. Yeah, I remember we had that combo.
African Queen doesn't make it. Mess Up doesn't make it. What's Going On doesn't make it. My man, none don't make it. They don't make it. They just don't make it. I'm trying to hear them drinks. I hear them once and I'm good.
I hear that. But
shout out to DJ. Shout out to DJ. I run things. I listen. If you run things, I listen. You see the pin comment there. Follow me, I need to see what you're running still because you're running to the streets. Because I'm the voice of the streets, so I need to know what's going on in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
As they say, we run things. Things don't run we.
Facts. Big shout out to DJ. I had to say that. Big shout out to DJ. I run things though. But honestly, on a level, like, in 2021 so far, we haven't seen many like UK artists drop. We've seen a couple drops. Is there any artist right now that you're looking forward to hearing? Because obviously Chip and Bugsy killed it. By killing, I mean they weren't good, bro.
I'll say it'll be interesting to see what
Rude but Nice is jumping on live right now. Big shout out to Rude but Nice. Hey, listen, Rude boy. Hey, Rude but Nice. Listen. I need to ask you a question. Put it in the thing here on the Instagram live. I just said that the Chips Bugsy Malone track Notorious that just came out recently is trash. If you've heard it, tell me if you agree or not. Try on.
Personally, I would like to see what D Block Europe comes up with this year. I saw Central C's working on another track right now. So that'll be interesting.
Big shout out to Dizzy in the building. Hey, listen, Energy Tuesday's coming up next. Hey, yo, Dizzy. You can't get away with this one, you know. The fact that you're here, stay there. Don't go anywhere yet. I just said, if you can see the conversation, it's Chip and Bugsy Malone coming together after the beef to drop a new track called Notorious. I said the track is trash, garbage. Put it in the bin. Keep the song. They might as well not be friends. All of them things, you know. What are you saying? Put it in the comment section there, bro. Anyway, let's go. Right.
That's all. Obviously, I saw Central C working on a little thing. Actually, before I even came here, I was checking on the gram. But yeah, personally for me, it would just be to see the rest of Chip's tape.
Well, Chip's one of my favorite artists, so even calling him garbage is heartbreaking because normally when he jumps on a song, personally for me,
it sort of makes the song.
Yeah. When he's a feature, bro, I've said this from day one. Chip alone ain't it, but Chip with features, diss tracks, or just a couple anthems that make sense.
Yeah.
Hottest guy in the world. Even if he does like the whole when he did a Grime Daily cypher thing, Daily Dappy thing, hard. But when I hear him, I don't know what happened on his Bugsy. Listen, it's Bugsy Malone, man. I don't know.
Blame me on Manchester.
0161 and them. I have nothing against Bugsy because Bugsy's got good songs, you know. I'm not even gonna count. Bugsy Malone has good songs. But sometimes it just isn't working, bro. And I don't know who's in this team telling him to carry on with them tunes, but it wasn't working, bro. It just wasn't working. And for somebody like me, who really, remember, I dissected this beef on Chat and Show after video after video after video after video. Chip was my ultimate winner, obviously. Shout out to Chip. I expected a lot more from Bugsy on this. This is a big deal. This is like if let's say J. Cole, Kanye, Jay-Z and Nas when they had their beef, if they decide to become friends and make a song, it has to be big. You can't have a dispute that big and not come back with a big tune if you come together. Because you're one of the top artists in that scene, in the country, worldwide. Chip is one of the biggest, most known, most lyrically best artists in the UK. And then Bugsy, obviously being one of the best in Manchester and them sides, but also being one of the biggest host names right now in the UK, period. So if you had beef with Chip and then you become cool, your song has to be big. It just has to. And for me, it didn't fulfill that. Like, can you imagine Robin Martin and Nicki Minaj coming out a song and it's trash? You'll be like, whoa, what just happened? You just had beef, you became cool. The song has to now reach number one. Sorry to Chip, shout out to Bugsy. You might not even get in top 10. If you do get top 10 though, I will personally sing that song on Woe FM next week. You heard it here first. I will sing the whole song. I will learn the lyrics. If you reach top 10 in the charts, and I'll sing that whole thing.
I better look for this instrumental quick.
You need an instrumental. I'll find the lyrics. I will sing the whole thing. No cap. But it ain't gonna happen because it's trash. But anyway, listen, that's the end of the conversation. You're looking forward to hearing D Block, you said, and the rest of Chip's thing. For me personally, what would I be looking forward to right now? It's a good question. In terms of the UK, if you want to talk UK, personally, I just want to hear more hits. I feel like the UK kind of slowed down in 2020. In terms of having big hits. Obviously, Tion Wayne and Dutchy, Velly, and Stormzy was very good. Digger D had a good song.
I don't know.
Digger D had a good song. Whoa. Don't know who that's by, but had a good song. Who's that by?
That's Digger D.
Oh, sorry. It's whatever. That's what I meant. Big shout out to Y2 Chris in the building as well, you know. Big shout out. But
can't lie, it'll be interesting to see what Dutch Valley does this year too. I can't even lie to you, man.
Me can't lie. Listen, now that Y2 Chris is in the building, I don't know if he's still here because my man. Me don't want to hear no Dutch. Me don't want to hear no R. Kelly as well, you know what I'm saying? Group chat jokes only. I'm going to hear none of them things there. But anyway, let's go to some more music. What you got coming out next, DJ, man? Tell us.
Listen, obviously we're doing the old school vibes for another... Well, we've been talking for a bit. I only said half hour, but yeah. Till the top of the hour, yeah. But anyways, up next we have...
Been tuned into the streets session with your boy Firahs and
Joe MK.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
yeah. Follow me now.
Yeah, it's JBZ, the romantic villa, you get me?
Yeah.
Legend up in this, you get me? Shout out the man, them. You get me?
Listen. I appreciate you for coming down, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, the way we met is just all Instagram right now, you know what I'm saying? That's how everybody meets nowadays.
Shout out to the internet right there.
For real. Yeah, at least you're on the gram still. Yeah. But do you know what? Obviously, now that we got you here, obviously everybody knows who you are right now. What made you want to get into doing music?
So, when I was young, I think it's a church thing. My mum was in the choir. So
It's a common story right there.
Watching them perform,
Yeah.
you know, the live element, live instruments, you know. And I think that's what really got me into making music and wanting to perform and that. You get me? When I was young. And then obviously you grow up trying to, you get me, like 50 Cent and them, man. You get me? I'm trying to be like him, and then I'm like, learning about the business, just trying to rap. And then obviously as you get older, it gets deeper, innit? Trying to learn about the music business and just trying to be a part of it and make my stamp in this thing, in this UK music scene. So yeah, that's where we are now today, you get me?
Yep.
Yeah. No, I hear that. And obviously, I appreciate that still, Carl. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially the UK is going strong right now. Very strong. What is your feelings on the UK scene right now? Obviously, since I would say 2016 when Afro swing kind of grew with the whole Young Bane, Dave and Ravens and that. How was that scene for you? Did that kind of inspire you to say, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? I can actually build my music within the UK now. It doesn't have to be a whole, let me try to get to the States and, all of that kind of stuff.
To be honest, I've always been on this UK rap thing anyway. Like, even when I was young, listening to grime, I've never really been a big fan of American music. Obviously, we are fans, but I never had no big brother or nothing like that to put me on music. So the only people putting me on music were man in the ends. So I'm listening to grime, I'm listening to Crazy Titch, I'm listening to Skepta, P Money, like back in the day, you feel me, like gigs.
Yeah.
So I've always been on this UK music thing. Like, I'm talking like Back Bay, like LimeWire. You remember LimeWire?
Ah, yeah. Man was a Frostbite guy still. And Bear Share.
That's how far we're talking. I've always been on this UK thing. So for me personally, I've always been on it. You get me? So, yeah.
No, I hear that still. And obviously, a lot of people might not know you got an EP out. So why don't you tell them what your EP is? And obviously, when you tell them what they're called as well, tell us the inspiration behind this project as well, brother.
Okay, so the project is called Better Than the Last Vibe. Obviously, my thing is, I've been doing music for a while, but it's only recently that people have been taking me and I put the mask on, and everyone's like, okay, who's this guy? But bro, I've been making music for so long, you wouldn't even believe. But it's just having that motivation to do better than the last time. You get me? The competition is yourself. It's not anybody else. So you've got to make sure that you do better than the last time. Every time you're doing whatever you do, you could be in any field. As long as you do better than the last time, then you're doing better. So that's why we call the EP Better Than the Last Vibe. You get me? I just want to be getting better and better. That's what the inspiration for the EP was still.
Okay.
Yeah. And you worked with a guy called Products.
Yeah, that's my guy. Still, Products is literally from the ends. We was just chopping it up in the studio. We've been making songs for like a year now, and I was like, "Yo, let's just slap some music out, see what happens." Honestly, see the music that you man hear? It's like what? That's literally like that's nothing compared to what we got.
Okay.
So let's put this out as a tester. It's almost like a tester. You get me? If you're trying to feed the streets, you're trying to get the cats, you need to bring testers for free, innit? Let them test it, innit? So that's what this is really, it's a tester. So shout out products, man.
Yeah, no, I was chatting to him earlier still. Well, not today, but like the other day earlier. And, you know, just chatting to him and hearing like his side of the story in terms of working with you and that. It's a calm story still, because obviously when I obviously played your song and you reposted it, he reached out and was like, oh yeah, I'm the one that produced the thing. So I was like, oh, swear down, like, was you part of the EP? They were like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, cool, that's really dope. For artists that might not understand what it's like to, you know, have that kind of connection in the studio with another artist, what would be your advice for somebody when looking for a producer to work with? Like, what would you advise the people when looking for somebody to work with?
So at the end of the day, the vibes don't lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, the vibes don't lie. If you catch a good vibe with someone from day one, like literally the first time I ever backed him, I feel like we made a good song. You know what I'm saying? So from then, it was just like, you know what, if something's not broken, don't fix it kind of thing. And that's honestly all it was. Like, if you catch a good vibe, you just have to ride it, innit? You ride it till the wheels fall off, you feel me?
Yeah. No, I hear that. That's dope. And obviously, we got to talk about the balaclava thing. Obviously, man, I was literally telling my boy, Jordan Left, I was like, yo, yeah, this man really wears a balaclava every time, you know? So what's the inspiration behind that? Why did you decide to do that? And how does that kind of like support the image that you're trying to portray for your music?
So obviously they call me the romantic driller online, innit? Because
the
first time I made a track, so the first track I made was a song about love on a drill song, and everyone's like, this is a drill song, but this brother's talking about love and eating box and doing all these things. So I was like, you know what, let's just run with it. And at the end of the day, I think when I started my first song, I just didn't want to show my face in it, because I thought, let's just try in it, because I've got tunes that you can, like, I've got tunes with big artists as well, like they're big artists, like, but then for some reason it just doesn't go off in it. Like, so I was thinking, let's just try a different angle. You get me? And at the time, I think I was working with children as well. I was working with children, like being like a youth mentor, like a mentor for kids and that, like kids and that. So I thought, you know what? In case this bus, let me just put on a mask, because it's gonna be long to explain to my boss and that. Really, that's the long and short of it. You feel?
Now, you know what? Coming from somebody, I used to be a teaching assistant. I was teaching. Yeah. Fam, when they found my YouTube channel, I was like, it's P. Like, I just changed my whole name and made a stage name, and I was like, I can't run.
Oh, so that's where Firahs was born.
Yeah, Firahs was born when I was a teacher.
The origin story.
For real. That's right. Obviously, we got to talk about one of your big hitters. It's called Better Than Last Time. Better Than Last Vibe even. It's got over 7,000 streams on the Spotify. Probably more streams on. Yeah.
Okay.
10K, yeah? Alright. Say nice.
So shout out everyone that's fucking with me. I'm sorry. Shout out everyone that is listening.
Hey, listen, don't worry, bro. Listen, slips happen, man. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. But nah, it's cool. Honestly, fam, if you know how many times I've done slips, bro, I should be sacked by now still. But
obviously, I want to shout out the man. I got a podcast, didn't it?
Yeah, okay.
So,
talk to us about your podcast.
Yeah, it's called The Real Group Chat. Check it out. We're on GFM Radio every Wednesday, 9 o'clock to 11 live. You can check us out on the YouTube, The Real Group Chat, Instagram, Real Group Chat, Twitter, Real Group Chat. And obviously there, you could just be free and swear in it. So I'm kind of used to like just being, when I'm already, I can just talk in it. But obviously I'll do the censored thing for you guys, you feel me?
Nah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
On the Real Group Chat, no censor. No censor.
That's what it is. You know what? Also, I think since you're here as well, I think it's about right. We let you jump on at least one of our conversations. So we got a little topic here that we was going to discuss anyway. So I'm going to dissect both of you because even my co-host, he has no idea about this conversation that's coming up next. So, my guy next to me, MK, DJ Joe. I really don't know what your name is at this point, but
it's just Joe
whatever
MK,
your name wants to be, yeah. So he posted something to do with a black brother that was dating a white girl. And she was inclined to then support the BLM movement, so the Black Lives Matter movement. And she had that on her bio. As soon as they broke up, she then took off Black Lives Matter from her bio. So my question is, do people that aren't from the black community, mainly white, because I feel like Asians and most other people of some kind of color would get it. Yeah. But mainly white people, would I say, whether you're a white male or a white female, do you feel like because they have black friends, they're more inclined to having to support Black Lives Matter because they have a black friend, even if they don't necessarily agree with the movement? Like, do they have to, because they have a black friend or because they're in a relationship or interracial relationship, should I say, do you both, I'm going to ask both of you this, do you both believe that they kind of, they're in a situation where they kind of have to now? Because let's say you're a white girl, you're dating a black guy, and he's supporting Black Lives Matter. It's a bit strange if she doesn't, right? You're probably sitting there going, why am I not seeing a BLM on your team, though? Like, you got a black man. Do you guys feel like a lot of the people that are outside of the Black Lives Matter movement, not on the black color scene, may feel like they kind of have to get involved just because of the people they're around?
You want to go first, bro, or should I?
Yeah, you can go first, bro.
Okay, so obviously, if you have black friends or you're around black people, you kind of, to say that you don't see the difference in the way people interact with black people compared to yourself, that in 2021, 2020, that's a lie. Do you know what I'm saying? You'll be lying to say you don't see the difference in the way people interact with you. So you kind of, you don't know, you don't feel the struggle, but you can see it. It's not, you're not blind to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, compared to someone that doesn't have any black friends, you know what I'm saying? So they, like, some white people generally don't get it. They're like, what I don't get it. Like, what are they arguing about? What are they upset about? Because they don't see it in it. They're not around these spaces. They might not be from London, but if you have black friends, you're definitely gonna feel like, yes, look, I understand sometimes, like, black people get treated unfairly, especially systematically. Police, you get me? Workplace, you get me? They get treated different. So I don't think it's something that they have to, but it will be kind of wrong of you, like, morally, not to say anything if you're a non-black person watching black people get treated like this, especially if you're a human being. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're not animals, we're all humans. Facts. You feel me? So it will be wrong to say, oh, you don't see it. I don't say you have to. It's not by force.
Of course,
but morally, you get me? It's not wrong.
Yeah, because I've always thought personally that we as black people, if you actually think about it, black people, we're one of the most least cared about, like, backgrounds ever, because we date anyone. We date white girls, Asian girls, Latino. We date them all, blood. We don't care, blood.
It's because we can. That's why everybody's scared of us. We take every man's gal. Everybody's
That's what you're right.
No cap. We go to, everybody has their women from us because we take them. No capping.
There's no capping. We actually, you know what you think about it? We actually do, you know, because we take every other religion in the game, genre, skin tone. We don't care, bro. We're in there, bro.
Just everywhere.
Just everywhere. Obviously, Joe, how are you feeling about it? No, go on.
You see black people in general. You know that you see the sun in Africa or in the Caribbean. You know that same sun. If a white person goes in the sky, you know they get skin cancer. You know that. That same. We're stronger than everybody. We're built different. We're the strongest. So obviously, naturally, they might want to put us down. But black man will not fall. Will rise again.
No, that's facts though. Obviously, Joe. Yeah. Same question to you that I obviously asked JB. Yeah. Man, like JBZ in the building. Before we play his song as well. Obviously, big shout out to you. Obviously, I want to ask you, it's definitely JBZ, right?
You know what? My name is actually Jabs, but obviously we took away the A. I used to be called Jabs. Obviously, when I was younger, running around, everyone used to call me Jabs.
What were you punching man up or something?
For obvious reasons.
I just clocked that question still. I see you punching man up, you know. I just clocked that question. I wasn't ready for that one still.
For obvious reasons. But obviously, man's older now. We try to do the rebrand. We're trying to turn it into a brand. We're trying to turn it into an enterprise, a monopoly, a franchise, whatever. Obviously, JBZ is a lot more friendly to the people. So yeah.
Big shout out to I rate that, because I can't even lie. Man's had my own past and my own runnings and being arrested and all that bull crap that you don't really want to talk about. But it is what it is. Like everybody has a young past, and one thing I always tell people that don't understand what it is to be black sometimes. When you are really living in the blocks and that, really and truly, your kind of like credibility, your popularity, that's the one thing that you strive for as a youngster. All time, we don't really want to be in the streets being tough and dealing with whatever we deal with when we're in the streets. But however, the way to really survive, especially if you live in like the areas, let's say you're from Brixton, Peckham, wherever, or Stonebridge, wherever you're from around London, you really need to understand how the survival is these kind of ends, bro. You can't be a neek. Can't be moist. You can't just walk down the ends like you ain't nothing. Because man would treat you like you ain't nothing. You'll walk home with you'll buy your brand new trainers.
Go home in your socks.
Facts. That's what I'm trying to say. Man knows about them things. But the first time, I'll tell this all the time. The first time I moved to London, I got robbed to my phone, my trainers.
On the same
day.
Oh,
and my jacket.
No!
After that day, I had to bust up real quick.
Oh, nah.
What did you say, sir? At the time, I was living in Streatham, but I'm right now living in Croydon.
Jeez.
No, where did you come from? You said when you moved to
London. Yeah. So I was born in Sweden.
Okay, Sweden.
Yeah, so basically I really came to the ends of Neek, innit? So I had to work my way up the ladder, so I can't lie, the way I got my kind of like street cred was there was one don that I was just on my case this whole time, and he was like one of like the in school you have like your top 20 strongest guys, Everybody knows that was there when you're in school. You're like, oh, you're like top 20. So there's this one dude. I wouldn't say his name, obviously, but he tried G-check man on the football pitch, and I just gave him that quick little back to the face real quick.
Jabs, and them things there.
Them jabs, And then, listen, my guy fell on the floor, and everybody was like, oh, what? That's the guy. That's how I became cool in the school still.
Okay.
I can't lie, they were good times. But obviously, Joe, what do you feel about this topic? Like, do you feel like the just people outside of the Black Lives Matter, maybe whether they're white, whatever, do you feel like they are gonna be pressured into needing to be involved, or just acting like they're involved because of who their circle is or who they're dating?
You know what it is? With all the other races, not really, but when it comes to whites, you know what it is? White guilt is a real thing,
Yeah.
Fam, you like you'll be having like a conversation about whatever happened in the colonial past and whatever, and then out of nowhere a man will start trying to apologize to you like more time. Like it weren't even you. Like I understand the sentiment behind the apology or whatever, that sorry that we messed up your country and then dipped and then whatever. But it's like at the end of the day, okay, yeah, like I said, I understand the sentiment behind it, but you also have to understand that was a whole different time era. Obviously, it wasn't you personally are not connected to the actions.
Of course,
Of course, you may have benefited from them, but you personally are not connected to their actions.
Yeah, of course.
You do, so that has a domino effect onto. Obviously, we saw it in a major way last year, where we saw the BLM protests and stuff, and everyone doing their bit to have some awareness and whatever. But even then, it's like, at that point, I know a large majority of people were doing that out of either trying to get society brownie points or, once again, back to the guilt thing. So it's like, at the end of the day, you can... Listen, even before BLM was a trendy saying, fam, I've had white friends before, whatever. Bruv, any human being will tell you, oh, of course, I don't believe in treating different people differently.
Of course, yeah.
But obviously now, when it comes to the the statement and the organization, there's a divide there. Like I said in the last week, I stand with the statement, but the organization, that's a whole different topic. So even with that, it's like, fam, we've all known that they know, just like any other normal human being, is like you just treat everyone normally, but some people just try to go overboard to prove that they're holier than thou and whatever. It's just like,
obviously, relax. A quick shout out to everybody putting the live right now. I see man chilling right now, you know. So big respect for you lot for even getting involved. Yeah. You know, I see Sean, I see Lady Fug in the building, yeah. Let's go. Oh, you're a fugger, yeah? Like young Fug in the building, yeah?
Listen, man, he doesn't rate the streets of the UK, so what you say?
Obviously, before we start with the JB tune, I want to ask you, JB, what is your opinions on the Black Lives Matter movement? Because before you carry on, let me tell you my opinion, yeah? I feel like the organization is good. However, the reason why I don't fully kind of like follow I'm talking about the organization, not the statement, right? So the reason why I don't fully follow the organization of Black Lives Matter is because they only come out when something happens. They only do something when something has happened. Whereas I look at things like the Me Too movement specifically. Yeah. You hear about it every day. I don't hear about Black Lives Matter every day. I hear about it when something has happened. The best thing that Black Lives Matter did was George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. Them things, it was fire. But the people that run Black Lives Matter, it wasn't actually them that made it fire. It was us, the people. Yeah. We spoke about it all the time. So I've always been like, I don't know how I feel about Black Lives Matter because I don't hear enough from the people that came up with it. I don't hear enough from the people that, you know, you kind of you expect to hear from. All I see is wristbands and T-shirts being sold, telling man to pay for it. But I'm not trying to buy a T-shirt. What are you doing with the piece, though? I still have not seen them do anything. And you know what makes it even more weird? There was a UK Black Lives Matter protest 2 years ago in Brixton. And still to this day, I'm still waiting to hear the money that was raised that day. What did they do?
Oh, so it was a fundraising thing, too?
Yeah, it was a fundraising thing, too. Obviously, big shout out to Coco Chanel. She's in the building right now. What are you saying, Coco Chanel? Listen, if you're enjoying this conversation, you know, let us know in the comment section how you feeling, yeah? Big shout out to Coco Chanel, one of the hottest black African queens in the building right now. Done now. But yeah, what's your opinions on Black Lives Matter movement? And
first of all, the Black Lives Matter movement, first of all, black people, the whole thing that we're trying to do, the economical level that we're trying to build up our thing, innit? We're trying to take ourselves, black people, to the next level. Yeah. And so a Black Lives Matter movement is not enough. You get me? That first of all, to take our struggle, all of our pain and our trauma, and just label it as Black Lives Matter, that's disrespectful, for one. You get me? Like all the things that we go through, it's to me, it just sounds like LGBT. You know what I'm saying? It just sounds like LGBT. You're not taking it seriously. It's a hashtag, and our struggle is not a hashtag, bro. It's deeper than that, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, I definitely don't agree with the Black Lives Matter thing because it's deeper than that. You get me? If you really want to help black people, you need to put your money where your mouth is. You need to give them back. You need to let the rappers, you need to let the entertainment business, the sports stars get their real share that we deserve. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. All the big footballers, all the big entertainment stars, they're all owned by white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're paid. You get me? You need to give the money back to where it is supposed to be. You need to put the money back into the communities, back to the people. So Black Lives Matter as a movement, I'm not really with it because it's not enough. For me, it's not enough. We need to do more black-owned stuff, more black-owned businesses, schools. You get me? Communities, putting back into the community, even in the lower areas of London where there's no peas, in the underprivileged areas. You need to give back. That's where the movement should really be. All this online stuff, it's not real. You get me? To me, it's just a hashtag. It's nothing. It's not helping anyone, man.
These black squares on the timeline.
A quick shout out to Dizzy in the building. Energy Tuesdays coming out next, you know. Big shout out to Energy Tuesdays.
Yes.
Obviously, got a shout out.
Time for the topic as well.
Got a shout out Coco Chanel as well. She was saying people should be supporting 24/7, not only when things happen. Therefore, should stand by our people. So you know what? Facts. Yeah. So I'm saying.
Like me personally, I'm from Essex. You get me? I'm from Essex.
Jeez, Essex, stand up.
You get me? So obviously, majority of people in my area are white, but I proper go out my way to buy black food. I go to the black kitchens on Snapchat. I go to the Instagram pages. I make sure that I spend my money in spend black money because it comes back to me. You know what I'm saying? That's where the movement should be. All this online stuff, it's not helping anybody. We need to put our money where our mouth is, man.
Obviously, shout out to Selector P from Fresh Meds. You know what? I'm gonna jump in on what you both were saying. So obviously, Coco Chanel was saying people should be supporting 24/7. That's facts. Obviously, you brought our JBZ brought our Black Pound Day as well. That's a fact. I feel like personally for me, as black people, I feel like we need to stop acting like we should be feeling sorry for ourselves for being black. That's how I feel sometimes. I feel like we move like we ain't it. Like we ain't nothing. And we keep bringing it up. Like we keep talking about black people. Oh yeah, we need white people to accept us. We need da. Bro, listen. White people got their own empire. Let's just talk fact. Arabs have their own empire. Listen, they got the oil and Tinguanim.
We have it. We can be like all these Dubais and all like this. Nigeria and Ghana can be like Dubai. Like Miami. Any day. We can.
I've been seeing Ghana popping recently. I can't even lie to you.
This is deep for me, you know. I don't know if you look clock, but if you see my logo is actually a black fist.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Like, this is deep for me. Like this black owned stuff and black power stuff.
Big shout out to Claire in the building. No. I hear what you're saying. Obviously, what's it called? Selector P said BLM has raised awareness, so go on, big up them same way. But you know what, Selector P, you know, I can't lie to you, though. I hear what you're saying, yeah. Shout out to Fresh Res in the building as well. We got Dizzy here, you know. So Energy Tuesday is coming up next. Dizzy, you know what I'm saying? You know what time it is. Get on the mic, you're next. I don't know why man's hiding in the corner, you know. Because everyone's getting involved in this conversation. You're going to live in that. I hear what you're saying about the BLM movement bringing awareness. But like me and even JB said, and even Joe was saying earlier, they only come out when something's happened. They're not here every single day. They're here for a moment, for for Black Twitter, as people like to say. They're not here every single day, fam. They're here for the 2 weeks that is relevant and is done. Listen, we still ain't seen the man from George Floyd getting convicted. Black Lives Matter movement is nowhere to be seen. The only people asking what's happening in this are the people. It's not the organization. Breonna Taylor, we ain't seen no justice for Breonna Taylor. The only people asking what's happened isn't Black Lives Matter, the organization. It's the people. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't agree with how they move, bro. I don't follow the way they move. So obviously we got DJ Dizzy in the building.
He's on fire.
Oh, so you take that up. He's about to come out next as well.
That was the right.
So I'm going to ask you the same question.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
The Black Lives Matter movement, or not even just. So the actual question is funny. We just got here. The actual question was, you know, when you have white people, or not even white people, anyone outside of the black community in any type of relationships, do you feel like they have to support Black Lives Matter because of their relationships. So let's say you got a white girl with a black guy.
Okay.
And the black guy's repping this Black Lives Movement hard.
Yeah.
Do you then feel like that white girl has to rep Black Lives Matter because of her man?
She doesn't have to, but it should be a choice. You know what I mean? Like, and she should, if it's a man's thing that he's doing, let's say he's doing a business or whatnot, she'll support him, right? Yeah. So when it comes down to these things, that shouldn't be a question. That should be a support thing. However, depending on the background she has, then she might not feel a way where she has to support. But then she's doing a black man, then I don't know, it kind of contradicts what she's kind of doing. But everyone's got different things they want to support and kind of, you know what I mean, get into, if that makes sense. So, yeah.
So, and also, how do you feel about Black Lives Matter, the organization? Not necessarily the movement, because the movement is bigger than the organization, but just the movement as a whole. Obviously, you heard a bit about my point of view. Yeah. So, how do you feel about that?
To be honest, I haven't really looked at certain ethics and whatnot. I feel like I got to look at certain deeper meaning behind the Black Lives Movement, if that makes sense.
Right, yeah.
Like I see all everything all over the socials and whatnot. Yeah. But I don't even know like their policies. You know what I mean? Because they must have policies in the organization. You know what I mean?
So you don't think that's the problem, that even you as a black man, all of us as black people, obviously MK in the building as well, we don't know what they're doing.
No.
And we don't hear from what they're doing. We only hear from them when something actually happened.
That's right. And that is a problem. That's a big problem, because anything, you know what I mean, or even if it's like, let's say back to even like football or whatnot, like you got to know the basics of football to kind of understand the game. Do you get what I mean? So
of course, if
it's an organization that's meant to be a big part of a lot of our lives, especially black people, we should know everything from like how they started, in terms of the different ethics they have, different regulate. Like there should be loads of things we should know, but all we ever see is the protests, the little images and whatnot, which are good. Quite highlight to certain people that there is a movement and you know what I mean, we need change. However, we don't see anything deeper beyond that. And there must be something deeper. Someone must have took it on themselves, or a group of people must have said, you know what, we've got to start Black Lives Matter and go from there. So we go from there. Do you get what I mean? But yeah, man, we get everyone put a live rant again. Easy, everyone. You know what I mean? Dizzy just here. You know what I mean? Giving my little input. Shouts out to Street Sessions, Firahs Joe MK. Yeah, good show.
Obviously, big shout to Dizzy, big shout to JBZ. Listen, hey JB, before we get into the next song, you know, we got a song called Bugatti. So tell us a little bit about that song, how that came about, and then obviously introduce it, and then when you're done, we'll play the song. And thank you for coming on the show as well, brother.
It's up to you. I can give you the nice story, or should I give you the one that they want to hear?
I want you to give us a story that you think we should all hear.
Yeah.
Boy, honestly, I went to the studio. My brother said, "You smell nice." I said, "Yeah, I went this evening." Tune done.
I said, my brother said I smell nice. Listen, I might need to ask you at this point, then before we go to the next song. Hey, what was the cologne, bro? What was that? What was that aftershave saying? What was it? It was
Bulgari. I was wearing Bulgari this evening. That's it. That's the tune. The tune was done. I literally went in, I went into the booth. I freestyled it. It sounded cold, and yeah, you get me. Literally, he was like, "What's that spray you got on?" I said, "I'm wearing Bulgari this evening," and the tune was done, fam.
Oh, just like that.
Okay.
Now introduce the track, the producer, and anybody want to shout out before you play the song, yeah?
Yeah. So obviously, this is JBZ, Bulgari. It was produced by Products Music. You get me? He mixed it. He engineered it. It was mastered by Enter the A. You get me? It's off the new EP called Better Than the Last Vibe. Make sure that you go and check that out on all platforms. You get me? JBZ Bulgari. Slap that one for your girl. You get me?
Hey, DJ, drop it like it's hot, bro. Drop it like it's hot. Let's go. Been tuned into the Streets Session with your boy Firahs and
Joe MK.
Why is this the name of our show, bro?
Because we're the hottest in the streets.
Catch us online, on the go, and on the FM.
Okay, let's go.